Facebook Supreme Mark Zuckerberg's under pressure from the firm's investors who want him to step aside as chairman now. Their patience is wearing thin with him after a series of scandals over the past year which have plagued the social media behemoth.
Facebook is behaving like it's a special snowflake. It's not. It is a company, and companies need to have a separation of chair and CEO.
That concentration of power creates a lot of defensiveness within the company. It's an exercise in hiding that there is a problem, rather than admitting that there is a problem and setting a roadmap to fixing it.
The latest headline-grabbing scandal to hit Facebook, a run-in with billionaire philanthropist George Soros, as Caleb Mopin explains.
Things are not going well for Mark Zuckerberg. He's been involved at Facebook in a wave of scandals involving privacy violations and data leaks. And now protesters are outraged.
At Facebook, our mission is to give people the power to build community and bring the world closer together. More than 2 billion people come to our platform each month to stay connected with friends and family.
Facebook is taking issue with a protest sign portraying the Zuck as an octopus with tentacles spreading all over the world. They say that that imagery is anti-Semitic. However, Facebook had no problem playing the same card against the protesters. They even hired a PR firm.
Facebook employed a Republican opposition research firm to discredit activist protesters, in part linking them to the liberal financier George Soros. It also tapped its business relationships, lobbying a Jewish civil rights group to cast some criticism of the company as anti-Semitic.
Yep, blame it on George Soros, the liberal billionaire known for splashing money on liberal causes. Now, he's certainly no fan of Facebook.
The internet monopolies have neither the will nor the inclination to protect society against the consequences of their actions. That turns them into a menace. Their days are numbered.
But here's the irony. When it came out that Facebook was accusing Soros of being the master manipulator behind the protesters, Soros then accused Facebook of anti-Semitism.
You're now also aware that much of this hateful and blatantly false and anti-Semitic information is spread via Facebook. The notion that your company, at your direction, actively engaged in the same behavior is frankly astonishing to me.
Zuckerberg says that he's got nothing to do with the Soros claims. The PR firm was hired without his permission. Now they've been fired. He says he has nothing but total respect for Soros, billionaire to billionaire. Now, the company does admit they did investigate Soros' connections to the protesters. However, they say it's got nothing to do with his Jewish heritage.
To suggest this was an anti-Semitic attack is reprehensible and untrue.
Both Soros and Zuckerberg say that the other guy is motivated by ethnic bigotry, the same kind of ethnic bigotry to boot. Is your mind blown? It should be. Caleb Mopin, RT, New York.
Legal analyst and media commentator Lionel told us the often absurd blame game is really obscuring some real, very serious issues with Facebook.
It's the troll mentality. Anything I can throw at you to cause you to be defensive, even if it's ridiculous. Anti-Semitism, xenophobia, homophobia, misogyny. You don't have to prove it. Nobody has ever said, excuse me, explain to me how I'm guilty of this. No. Once I slap that label on you, you have to either disprove it. It's almost a presumption of innocence in reverse. But the real issue here is not fake news, the Russians, George Soros. It's what about my information? You know, the Cambridge Analytica. What are you doing with me? What are you taking from my family and me and children and where we live? How are you using this seemingly innocuous, seemingly welcoming social network? Information and data are the currency of the 21st century. That's the issue that's missed completely